Looking for a fun way to boost your English? Quick chats, easy tips, and a whole lot of poppin' energy, all in one place. This is Podcast Popcorn. Let's pop into it and make learning fun.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Deep Dive by Podcast Popcorn. So you're trying to get better at English listening. Yeah, it's a common goal, definitely.
But it feels tricky sometimes, like you listen a lot, but maybe aren't improving as fast as you'd like. You hear things, but does it all sink in?
Right. That feeling of being stuck, especially around that A2 plus or B1 level, it's real. You're past the basics, but, well, fluency feels far off.
Exactly. What if you had a really clear plan? Something telling you exactly what to do for, say, just 1 hour a day.
Well, that's what we're digging into today. There's this guide, 1 hour a day to better English, start listening now. And it lays out this very practical structure.
Okay, let's unpack that. Our mission for this deep dive is to break down the specific 60-minute plan from the source. We want to figure out how each step is supposed to help A2 plus and B1 learners actually improve their listening, not just, listen more.
Mm-hmm. And the guide suggests it's not just about the hour, it's about how you use that hour. It's split into 4 specific parts.
4 parts. Got it. So where does it start? What's the first chunk?
It kicks off with something called warm up with joy. Just the first 10 minutes.
Warm up with joy. I like the sound of that. What does it mean in practice?
It's pretty simple, actually. Find something short, level appropriate, maybe a quick podcast clip, a YouTube video on a topic you genuinely find fun or interesting.
So like travel or food or tech, whatever you're into.
Exactly. The why is all about motivation. Starting with something enjoyable makes the whole process feel less like a chore, more like, well, something you want to do.
That makes a lot of sense, easing into it. Plus, you're hearing natural language right away.
Right. And the source actually suggests things like BBC Learning English's 6-Minute English. It's clear, designed for these levels.
Okay. Any tips for this warm-up phase?
Yeah, a good one. Try using English subtitles if they're available. It helps connect the sounds you hear with the words you see. A small thing, but helpful.
Okay, 10 minutes of fun listening, done. Ears warmed up. What's next in the hour?
Then you move into 15 minutes of grammar in action.
Grammar. Through listening. How does that work? I always think of grammar as like textbooks and rules.
Well, that's the interesting part. The guide argues that hearing grammar used correctly repeatedly in context is super powerful.
Okay.
Think about hearing "she doesn't like coffee" over and over in natural conversations versus just reading the rule, "use doesn't for third person singular negative."
I see. It helps you internalize the pattern, not just memorize a rule. You get a feel for what sounds right.
Precisely. Your brain starts to just absorb the correct structure. The guide mentions resources like the All Ears English podcast or maybe YouTube channels like English Addict with Mr. Steve for this kind of B1 focus.
Gotcha. And is there a pro tip for this grammar section?
Yeah, pause the audio, hear a sentence using the grammar point, pause it, repeat it out loud, trying to mimic the correct structure yourself.
Active practice. Okay, that covers the first 25 minutes. Warm up, grammar, what's the biggest chunk?
That would be the vocabulary boost, which takes up 20 minutes.
All right, building words. How does the guide suggest doing this?
You listen to something a bit longer, maybe a story or part of a podcast, and you actively listen for new words or phrases. The goal isn't tons, maybe just 5 to 7 useful ones per session.
Only 5 to 7. That sounds manageable.
It's meant to be. Quality over quantity. You jot them down, and this is key, look them up in a good learner's dictionary like Cambridge or Oxford. Understand the meaning, how it's used.
So it's not just hearing new words, it's actively grabbing them and figuring them out.
Exactly right. That active step helps move words from just sounds into your usable vocabulary. For resources, maybe Luke's English podcast, or even like short audiobooks for kids, they often have very clear narration.
Makes sense. And the tip for making these words stick.
Write your own sentence using each new word or phrase. That personalization really helps lock it in, according to the source.
Okay, great tip. So 10 joy, 15 grammar, 20 vocab.
Yeah.
We have 15 minutes left in the hour. What's the final piece?
The last 15 minutes are called Speak Like a Native.
Ooh, ambitious title. What's involved?
You actually go back to a short clip, maybe just 2 or 3 minutes from something you listened to earlier. Listen closely again, then repeat each sentence out loud.
Shadowing or imitation.
Yeah, basically. But the focus is really on matching the speaker's intonation, the rhythm, the stress patterns, the music of the language,
So it's about pronunciation, definitely, but maybe more.
For sure. It helps your accent, yes. But by repeating whole sentences, you're also reinforcing grammar and embedding those new vocabulary words in a natural flow. It connects understanding to actually speaking.
Right. Bridging that gap. Is there a final pro tip for this imitation practice?
Yes, record yourself, use your phone, whatever, then listen back and compare your version to the original audio. It's sometimes humbling, but really effective for spotting where you need to adjust your pronunciation or rhythm.
Wow. Okay, seeing it all laid out. 10 minutes, fun warm-up, 15 focused grammar, 20 active vocab building, 15 imitation practice. It's quite a structured hour.
It really is. And the idea is that this structure, this variety, is more effective, especially for A2 plus or B1 learners, than just listening passively for 60 minutes. It hits different skills purposefully.
It stops you feeling overwhelmed and gives you a clear path for motivation, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. All balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's something to think about based on all this. How might deliberately changing the type of listening you do, like in this plan, be more powerful for your progress than simply trying to listen for more and more time overall?
Yeah, a really interesting question to ponder as you structure your own learning.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive into the 1 hour a day listening plan from our source. We hope breaking it down gives you some concrete ideas. This has been The Deep Dive, brought to you by Podcast Popcorn.
If you found this useful, please do give us a like, share it with someone else who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel.
And definitely let us know in the comments what topic you'd like us to dive into next. Thanks for listening.